Hi everyone, thank you for coming on my final speech. This is the number 4 for my class, public speaking, Professor Todd Boss. I'm going to speak about visiting Guatemala. You know, in these days, they're speaking on the news, you see like only bad news about Guatemala or Mexico. So today, I'm going to try if you're planning to take vacation, go to Guatemala and show you the good things what we have in Guatemala. I'm going to talk about a little bit of history about Guatemala. Guatemala gains independence from Spain on September 15, 1821 and belonged to the empire for a little while from Mexico Empire. 10 years after, Guatemala belongs to something to call United Province Central America from the 19th century to the 1960s. And Guatemala, after they signed the peace in 1996, Guatemala was growing a lot of economy, but after 1998, the economy is starting bad because we have like gangsters, drug dealers. What is the things to do in Guatemala? It's a lot of things to do in Guatemala. We have a rainforest, ruins, volcanoes, and Guatemala is no bigger than Tennessee State. So you can, when you visit Guatemala, you can know the country. Only one trip you do it in Guatemala, you can do it. Perhaps the most scenic of Guatemala attractions, visiting the Lake Atitlan and taking advantage of the whole area has to offer solely of the more popular things to do in Guatemala. Surrounded by volcanoes, along the southern shore of the Lake Atitlan rests the tourist village of Panajachel. Among the Panajachel hotels and the city array of the eateries, the traveler will find on the Lake Atitlan a number of recreational activities can be enjoyed at Lake Atitlan. One of the many tour agencies sell those kind of trip. And you ask, maybe you have a question, why visit Guatemala? Guatemala is ideal choice for Spanish language courses and cultural immersion. Just Guatemala's strategic location is important for many travelers because its topography is equally important and quite diverse. Guatemala is around sea level and is on a beautiful warm Caribbean and Pacific coast, and its elevation climbs to over 4,250 meters or 1,300 feet on the highlands and summit of the highest inactive volcano, Tajumulco. The Tajumulco volcano is the third highest in the world. So in Guatemala, we have around 24 different languages. So that's why Guatemala makes a little bit because in the world is where they speak a lot of languages in one country, but they call the dialect. Most of the people in Guatemala, they need to communicate in Spanish because it's different languages, like the dialects are different in every province of Guatemala. Another popular reason people come to Guatemala in order to travel and study is the price. Guatemala makes perfect sense for the budget-conscious traveler. Money stretches far in Guatemala, which is why so many travelers stay in Guatemala for months at a time. Language schools, hotels, guest houses, restaurants, little sidewalk, outdoors markets, and tiendas are cheaper in Guatemala than the rest of Americas and Mexico. Guatemala no surprisingly is central destination for backpackers and serious language schools, students and volunteers. Since it's not difficult to survive on a few dollars, you can survive with $20 a day in Guatemala because it's while some places is cheap. So I'm gonna try to tell you to go to Guatemala, because if you're planning to take your vacations, you can find the best places. And if you don't have a big budget, you can spend in Guatemala that kind of money. In Guatemala, you're gonna find natural resources, real volcanoes, and Guatemala. I invite you to visit Guatemala. This country is called the Spring of Eternity because the weather is unique on the world. Thank you everyone for coming to this, and I invite you to go to Guatemala, and you're gonna find a beautiful place in Guatemala. Thank you everybody, have a good night.